Hi everyone! It's Amanda from Livingston Public Library, and I'm here today to share with you some stories and songs about dragons. Before we begin the stories, let's get rid of our wiggles. Wiggle fingers, wiggle so, wiggle high, wiggle low, wiggle left, wiggle right, wiggle fingers out of sight. Now there's no more wiggles left in me, so I can sit as still as can be. Great, here's our first story. The Storybook Night. Leo was a gentle knight in thought and word and deed. While other knights liked fighting, Leo liked to sit and read. He was kind to every creature, he wouldn't hurt a fly. When Mom and Dad said knights must fight, he couldn't quite see why. One morning Leo's parents said they'd like to have a chat. There was nothing wrong with reading, but he couldn't just do that. They'd seen an ad that morning in their favorite magazine. A dragon needed taming. Leo wasn't very keen. Nonsense, you'll enjoy it, it'll stop you getting bored. In case the dragon's scary, here's a brand new shield and sword. Leo packed some sandwiches and lots of books, of course. Then with a sigh he saddled up old Ned, his faithful horse. He hadn't traveled far, though the sun had risen high, when suddenly a fearsome creature swooped down from the sky. It had a lion's body, but it had an eagle's wings. A griffin, marveled Leo, who had read about such things. Come on, snarled the griffin, I dare you to a fight. I'd rather not, said Leo, it wouldn't be quite right. I've got my brand new sword with me, so I'd be bound to win it. But how about a story with some pictures with you in it? Yes, please, the griffin nodded. He was really rather vain. So Leo read a book to him, once, twice, then again. It's yours to keep, said Leo, as he clambered back on Ned. Oh, thank you, cried the griffin, and he bowed his noble head. Leo rode for hours, though the heat was quite extreme, then stopped to have his picnic by a welcome mountain stream. Who dares to trespass on my bridge? Inquired a hungry troll. It's only me, said Leo. Would you like to share my roll? The troll just laughed. No thanks, he growled. I think I'll just eat you. But Leo said, my armor's pretty difficult to chew. I've got a brilliant book, though, if you'll hang on just a minute. It's full of juicy goats, and look, it's even got you in it. That sounds good, the troll replied, his hunger put on hold. So Leo read the story, with some changes, truth be told. It's yours to keep, said Leo, as he clambered back on Ned. Oh, thank you, cried the grateful troll, and bowed his heavy head. Leo kept on riding through the long hot afternoon. At last he came upon a town, as empty as the moon. The leaves were burnt on every tree, the grass and flowers too. He'd seen some messy streets before, but this was something new. Faces peered from windows, folks too scared to go outside. He trotted bravely onward. Hey, watch out, the people cried. What he saw around the corner set him shaking in his shoes, the most enormous dragon who'd just woken from a snooze. The dragon raised his eyebrows. Not another pesky knight. Don't worry, Leo told him. I haven't come to fight. I've got the most amazing book with loads of dragons in it, but it's going into the trash unless you clean up right this minute. Oh, don't do that, the dragon cried. I'll clean up right now. But I'm really bad at tidying. Perhaps you'll show me how? So Leo taught the dragon how to shovel, scoop, and clear. And one by one the townsfolk all began to lose their fear. Now can I have my story? Begged the dragon on his knees. So Leo read the book 6 times, a dragon's hard to please. It's yours to keep, said Leo as he clambered back on Ned. Oh, thank you, cried the dragon as he bowed his scaly head. When Leo reached his home at last, the cheers were long and loud. His parents hugged him very tight. Well done, you've made us proud. Now Leo is a hero, his parents have agreed. He doesn't have to fight at all, he's left in peace to read. The end. Now I have a counting rhyme about 5 dragons. 5 little dragons, each with great big scales. One lost his balance and bumped his tail. He cried, "Ouch!" and breathed some fire, and then he flew away, higher and higher. Now there are 4 little dragons, each with great big scales. One lost their balance and bumped their tail. They cried, "Ouch!" and breathed some fire, and then they flew away, higher and higher. Now there are 3 little dragons, each with great big scales. One lost her balance and bumped her tail. She cried, "Ouch!" and breathed some fire, and then she flew away, higher and higher. Now there are 2 little dragons, each with great big scales. One lost his balance and bumped his tail. He cried, "Ouch!" and breathed some fire, and then he flew away, higher and higher. Now there is one little dragon with great big scales. One lost her balance and bumped her tail. She cried, "Ouch!" and breathed some fire, and then she flew away, higher and higher. Now there are none, or 0. Yay! Over at the castle. Over at the castle, in the hill in the sun, said the old mother dragon and her little dragon one. "Patience," says the mother. "Okay," says the one. So they lays all day on the hill in the sun. Over at the castle by the moat shining blue, stand the old gruff guard and his fellow guards too. "Watch," says the guard. "We watch," say the two. So they guard all day by the moat shining blue. Over at the castle by the old willow tree, play the carefree lord and his little lords 3. "Romp," says the lord. "On guard," say the 3. So they play all day by the old willow tree. "Now," begs little dragon. "Not yet," says his mother. So they lays the day away, a day like any other. Over at the castle, doing chore after chore, worked the old trusty servant and her helper servants 4. "Hustle," says the servant. "We hustle," say the 4. So they work all day doing chore after chore. Over at the castle, in the dungeon still alive, schemed the old wily prisoner and his pet rats 5. "Plan," says the prisoner. "We plan," say the 5. So they planned their great escape in the dungeon still alive. Over at the castle, in the kitchen built of bricks, cooked the old master chef and his sous chefs 6. "Sauté," says the chef. "Flambe," say the 6. So they cook all day in the kitchen full of bricks. Over at the castle, in a tower up to heaven, toiled the old woman weaver and her little weavers 7. "Spin," says the woman. "We spin," say the 7. So they spin all day in the tower up to heaven. "Now," begs little dragon. "Not yet," says his mother. So they lays the day away, a day like any other. Over at the castle, in the hall grand and great, dance the guests at the party, a festive group of 8. "Eat and drink," says the lord. "Be merry," cry the 8. So they dance, eat, and drink in the hall grand and great. Over at the castle, brave and strong in a line, stand the knights in shining armor while they wait, all 9. "Ready?" asks the leader. "We're ready," say the 9, and they wait, mostly ready, in a line. Over at the castle, for the bored waiting men, jesters juggle and perform, entertainers all 10. "More," say the men. "Like this," say the 10, who juggle and perform for the battle-ready men. Over at the castle, under clear dark skies, all the weary people rest and heave great sighs. They gaze out their windows with drowsy eyes, as the castle yawns under clear dark skies. Then, "Flame," begs little dragon. "Flame," says his mother. Then whoosh, and then another. "Oh boy," says little dragon to his beaming proud mother, "on this night at the castle, a night like any other." The end. Yay! Yay! What a great story! Are you ready for a song? Let's sing "The Wheels on the Bus." Will you sing with me? Great! Here we go.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down, all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Great singing! Yay! Okay, it's time for another story.
I have a flannel board to share with you called I Took My Dragons to the Library. My dragons really love to read, so I decided to take them to the library. They can be a handful though, so I took them one at a time. On Monday, I took my purple dragon to the library. My purple dragon loves books, but her long claws kept poking holes in them. On Tuesday, I took my red dragon to the library. My red dragon was really excited to check out some of the series books, but he got so excited he wouldn't stop roaring and we had to go home. On Wednesday, I took my pink dragon to the library. My pink dragon went right over to the picture books and started reading, but they left piles and piles of their shiny scales all over and made a mess. On Thursday, I took my blue dragon to the library. My blue dragon has a really long tail and kept running around the library really fast and bumping into people and knocking over books. On Friday, I took my yellow dragon to the library. My yellow dragon has really big ears. She insisted on sitting in the front row at story time, and no one could see the story. She also talked so much that no one could hear the librarian read the story. On Saturday, I took my green dragon to the library. My green dragon was very well behaved. He didn't roar, cleaned up his messes, made sure to walk, and sat quietly during story time. But right as we were about to leave, my dragon sneezed. Achoo! And fire came out his nose. Oh dear. The nice people at the library told me that I can come to the library whenever I want, but my dragons have to stay home. My dragons don't mind though, because I bring home all of their favorite books to read. The end. Waking Dragons. Dragons, wake up. Dragons rise. Dragons open, dragons' eyes. Dragons blink, dragons bumble. Dragons leap, dragons tumble out of bed. To brush their teeth, the fangs above, the fangs beneath. Put their jammies in the hamper. Then all dragons skip and scamper. Down the hall on 4 big feet, to the kitchen there to eat. Breakfast waffles topped with syrup, which make dragons really cheer up. Wipe their faces, runny noses, get into their outdoor clothes. Kiss their dragon mom goodbye, leap from cave into the sky, where dragons get to fly. And fly, and fly. The end. Yay! A song to share with you. It's kind of like a song you know. Does anyone know Bingo? Yes? Great! Well, this one's about a dragon, and the dragon's name is Sparky. So in this song, you're going to help me spell out Sparky's name, and we're going to do some clapping. So let's look at the letters to start. We have S-P-A-R-K-Y. Sparky. Sparky. You ready? There was a dragon that I know, and Sparky was his name. Oh, S-P-A-R-K-Y, 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 and Sparky was his name. Oh, good job. Okay, now I've turned over one of the squares, so it's just red. There's no letter. So when it's a red square, that means you clap. All right, are you ready for a challenge? Here we go. There was a dragon that I know, and Sparky was his name. Oh, clap P-A-R-K-Y, clap P-A-R-K-Y, P-A-R-K-Y, and Sparky was his name. Oh, good job. All right, now we're gonna do two claps because there are two red squares. There was a dragon that I know, and Sparky was his name. Oh, A-R-K-Y, 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 and Sparky was his name. Oh, good. All right, now there are going to be three claps. Are you ready? There was a dragon that I know, and Sparky was his name. Oh, clap, 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 R-K-Y, clap, 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 R-K-Y, clap, clap, R-K-Y, and Sparky was his name. Oh, good job. Okay, now there's going to be four claps. There was a dragon that I know, and Sparky was his name. Oh, clap, 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 K-Y, clap, K-Y, clap, clap, K-Y, and Sparky was his name. Oh, very good. Okay, now we're going to do five claps. Are you ready? There was a dragon that I know, and Sparky was his name. Oh, why, and Sparky was his name. Oh, very good. All right, it's time for the last verse. All clapping. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. There was a dragon that I know, and Sparky was his name. Oh, and Sparky was his name. Oh, very good. Good job, everyone.
Hey, those were some great stories. Before we go, let's do one last song. Will you sing If You're Happy and You Know It with me? You will? Great! If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Yay! Great singing! Thank you so much for letting me share stories and songs with you today. Hope you enjoyed them. See you next time.